center for tonight's matchup featuring the visiting Orlando Black. The head coach is
Draymond Green back in the lineup after missing starter, making his third consecutive start, the two-way play.
Interesting matchup right here. You can see Draymond Green, Simon is Paolo Banchero. Very interesting, both guys very physical.
Banchero and Franz Wagner both averaging over 22 points per game. There's good tape. After a hot start to the season, he's been cold over the left wing three. Orlando, the only field goal, almost 2 minutes in, and Banchero, and it's been that kind of week for.
It's 0 of 10 from the three-point line, and that makes him 8 for 40 right now over his last 8 games.
He struggled from the floor against Utah, just 4 for 19.
Yeah, it was just an air ball. Both teams struggling so far to shoot the basketball.
Combined 1 for 13 from the floor, both teams. What a wrap pass, Curry. Post rolls, leaving open. Buddy Hield from the corner.
Gotta knock those down and wide open. Good job by Steph drawing 2. And looking for the hockey assist, he couldn't get it.
Last 20 games, Hield just 28% from 3. And the best three-point shooters in the league. Pope scoops it.
He has all the points in this game.
Curry changes that one.
I think that's the evolution of Steph Curry's game. We know he can shoot the 3 ball, but he can get himself to the free throw line.
And rattled. Orlando coming off of a 113-99 loss at Utah. This is game 4 of a season-long 6-game road trip. Anthony Black lobs, but Tadze can't bring it in.
Last 6 games is playing lights-out basketball for the Warriors.
He's the leading scorer for Golden State during this long homestand. Hield off the script of the formula to determine the All-Star game starters.
And you're watching Orlando. They have great size, Chris. And good pass by Franz Wagner.
And Paolo's there on the receiving end. Quick the other end of the floor. Here's Wiggins. Step through move and a fadeaway shot off right.
Curry before the game, guys, and just getting his perspective on how our league has changed, the big moves. And the fact that Steph Curry says 3D, I just want to do it my way, stay professional. I want to be a Warrior. Whatever happens, happens. Let's call it what it is, guys.
Shock value, entertainment value when it came to that trade Saturday night, late Saturday night with that AD Luka swap.
Yeah, Steph said it was a little shocker for me. That was a wow when I heard Luka was traded for Anthony Davis. Did not see that one coming at all. We shall see how that for the Orlando Magic. And you see the Draymond and Steph Curry connection. Chris, I did not see the Luka trade from Dallas. That one definitely shook me.
All right, overall, you have to get your takeaway in terms of what do you think now of those two teams as Curry from the corner can't get it.
Team with Luka, a generational talent, got a chance to get to the finals. And you thought they were looking to try to run it back, and yes, not a lot of Lukas that come around.
No, sir. That's also give Danny Ainge some more credit, too. The Jazz are still in the mix, still getting some more picks, too.
Business up in the finances.
Hey, it's valuable as years come down the road.
Hey, 3D, I was listening that Danny Ainge said he didn't know the Lakers was Ainge. Wouldn't have cooperated if he knew that.
The Lakers just find a way to collect all-time greats. So Luka certainly on that type of trajectory. Cole Anthony into the game for Orlando. Great feed from the post, but Gary Harris. Curry dishes, Gary Payton into the game as Andrew Wiggins throws it.
Gary Payton II, he makes plays, whether he's scoring or assists, out of setting screens for a Draymond, for a Wiggins, for a Steph Curry.
Anthony off the side of the rim, but a loose ball. He leads the Warriors in scoring during this homestand. This is the final game of 6 in a row at the Chase Center. Cole Anthony, who Jamal Mosley told us before the game, has really been the bright spot in what has been a tough part of the schedule for the Magic.
Yeah, he said Cole Anthony, he raved about his professionalism, how he was ready, and then came into that game, had a big one and a game winner. He's a pro. He gets that from his dad.
Wiggins shorts. This game has a couple of sons of players that you're very familiar with in your time in the league.
For sure. Played with Greg Anthony, Cole Anthony, Dale Davis, and Trace Jackson Davis. All that.
Those years are moving by.
Scottie Pippen Jr.
Gary Payton II.
Next, I'm going to be calling Trey, Dennis Scott's son, game, and that's when I'm done. When Trey gets in the league, 3D, I'm done.
Greg, this time of year in the league is just absolutely crazy. Wiggins slices inside and draws the contact.
And I just love.
And that points per game climbing over the last 3 weeks. It's both. It was such a vital part of their most recent change. Spotting up, scoring off the dribble, and defending, really in that final, Jason Tatum. Anthony dishes. Christian De Silva. As the Magic miss a three, it's been a story of their season, especially so in the month of January. Another chance for Orlando. Anthony with 2 on the shot clock. It goes. Cole Anthony knocks down a three. 5 off the bench.
It's just a different league because Cole shot that one like he's at the free throw line.
Dennis Schroeder, 31 years old. Brought over in the train in December from the Nets to come out from behind the tables on the court.
No, we're too old, Chris. We're too old, Chris.
Gotcha. Yeah. That Orlando jersey still fit?
Not the old one.
Wagner inside. Jonathan Isaac. Pogo stick.
He's been missing a lot of games because of injury, but he's so versatile on both ends. And you're right. 3D playing against Gary Payton. It's just impossible he can talk more trash than his dad.
Unbelievable. And still give you 30 while he's talking.
Whoa!
3-point struggles continue for the Warriors. Podziemski way off. 1 for 11 from 3. Makes up for it with the active hands. G. Santos running the floor. Steps up the corner, but Podziemski can't get it. Offensive rebound. Kevon Looney always has a way to find the basketball off the rim. Schroeder, mid-range, too much. Looney volleyballs it off the backboard, and that acts.
Offensive rebounding, battling on the paint.
Moses Moody, cut off. Shot clock at just 5.
That's good defense right there by Jonathan Isaac.
And Anthony dimes. Wagner examines and floats it in. Wagner on the board at 37 points. Was the offensive standout last time out in the loss to Utah. You guys were talking about the Gary Payton trash talking. You see that the video the other day of him talking to Kevin Durant?
Yeah, it was definitely fun. I mean, that's how the game. Both those guys going at it.
Wagner with a step-through move. Well done. Especially defensively for Orlando.
I mean, Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero, the way they started the season off, I thought both guys would be the all-stars. Just unfortunately for them with the injuries.
But Orlando at the beginning of the year, a 22-16 start, and both Wagner and Banchero were just dominating as those big forwards.
So impressed by Franz handling the basketball with pressure on him.
Whistle as Anthony drills the 3. Basket's good.
8 points off the bench. And only 6 minutes, a chance for another one. That'd be 9. Just bringing Looney didn't complain. So
11-point Magic lead. Curry, he draws the foul. With .6 from about 35 feet out.
You got to know time and score. I mean, you're up 26-15. Just contest. Shooting 93.7%. That's
the NBA's all-time leader in free throw percentage.
The stiff running off screens. How do you keep that up for the rest of the half?
I mean, it's going to be by committee. We got to have everybody being ready to chase. Our bigs have to be up at the level, understand where he is on the floor. You cannot relax for 1 second while he's out there.
Thank Mo.
On that defensive possession, forcing a steal. Wendell Carter Jr.'s lob almost went in.
it is. Well, good job by The guards, Gary Payton II, collapsing on Isaac, giving up a lot of height. Taking away the airspace of the Warriors.
Meanwhile, the Magic, 3 triples in the first frame of this game.
He definitely has. Sized up his defender, took the angle, played through the contact, and finished with a nice floater. It wasn't easy.
We just heard from Coach Mosley, and we talked to him before the game. And right now, the topic for the Magic is Curry. They want to get. They just have to have the confidence that these shots will eventually be knocked down at a higher percentage. Wagner is wide open on this look and can't get it.
You know, and I think from the three-point shot is where a lot of guys, no matter how good you are, if you're not on, you got to just move the basketball and find a way to get your guys some better shots.
Another Warriors turnover. Isaac from behind the line bricks it.
Like that one, he had to understand who's on the floor with him to be able to drive and make the play because of his size difference. A beautiful pass.
De Silva pays it off. 15 of Orlando's 30 coming from the bench.
Yeah, Jonathan Isaac was trying to foul Gary Payton II on purpose.
Injuries have been a story of his career, but this year he has stayed relatively healthy and providing minutes off the bench. 17 minutes a game, that defensive presence. Screen goes behind the back, lays it in.
Draymond was such a hot, that was a tough pass, made it look easy.
Podziemski gets a hand on it. Warriors open floor.
You see the size of the Orlando Magic on the floor right now versus the lack of the size of the Warriors. Curry plays bigger than what he is. He's guarding Wendell Carter right now. You would think you want to go down low. Good job by Cole.
Wagner again off.
Isn't finding guys.
Podziemski tries to find somebody. Future Hall of Famer.
Nothing wrong with using your size.
Banchero, that height advantage. That's a
Take advantage of it, especially the height and size of Apollo Banchero.
That's all you need. Andrew Wiggins in the weight room, and he'll head to the free throw line. Much to the dismay of the Magic.
Smitty, 13.
So Steve Kerr, they've allowed him to play to his strengths. He's a point forward. I mean, he's played everybody with size. He doesn't give up an inch.
It's almost a cliche at this point. The can defend every position, as you said, at that high level.
Chris, I'm glad that you brought that up, because I could guard 1 through 5, but how well can you guard 1 through 5? I mean, that's the question, and he does that well.
He nails his second three, and all of a sudden the Warriors back within 5.
Versus Miami on December 21st, and this game just one of the few guys that can break down his guy and get other guys open shots.
Magic led by as many as 11. Golden State used that run before the timeout. Wiggins on a fadeaway.
Got to try to make a different type of player when a guy can just square you up, and that's Apollo. I think for him is he should play the game where he takes 2 dribbles in the post.
It's not a push-off if they don't call it. Within 5, a whistle on this end and a blocking foul. But
he's looking at the bench. Brandon's looking at the challenging, and Steven just looked at him like, just play.
A, not high leverage enough, and B,
too early.
Not exactly Steph Curry picking up the foul. Well, I would be interested in the percentages of coaches who listen to a player when they call for the review. Like, who's the most stern at just ignoring the players, and who gives in the most easily? Schroeder draws the body contact. Gary Harris.
Coach Mosley has done a
fence even last year, and expectation coming into this year wouldn't be what drives this team's success. They took that lead in the Eastern Conference a season ago, driven by their defense.
You saw Anthony Black able to switch out onto a big, and then Schroeder just knocked down a tough shot.
Batase short and Quentin Post
for the Warriors.
Played his last year college at Boston College. on a two-way, making his third start. He uses his GPS to find the rim. Down to a one-point game. Schroeder from behind rips it away. Numbers for the Warriors. Podziemski for Moody. He's short on the dunk, but a whistle. Boy, this place would have erupted.
Moses has to laugh about that one.
To be fair, did have the contact from Vaquero there. On ESPN, Spurs and Hawks. Suns at Thunder will be a fun one. For more on these games, please go to 6'10", 250 him. If that little push shouldn't be enough to stop a dunk like that.
Well, he had a flat tire first.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Vaquero, three-level scorer, creates space. Batadze, count that one, and he will strut to the offensive rebound. KCP. Chance at a 4-point possession, and Vaquero capitalizes. Going to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. I still think people around the league are recovering from the ramifications of that move. Oh, the ball gets stuck around the rim and gets wedged in. Now Golden State as well. And what do? Late prime of Steph Curry. Are they a move? Are they a couple of moves away from being a team that can call themselves a contender? Right now, Steve Kerr said just the other day, we don't have enough to separate ourselves. I mean, that's been the math of the year. They're 24-24.
Yeah, he talked about it in his coach's press conference. You said it best. He said, when you're 500, we need some help. The GM, you just don't want to make a move that doesn't make sense. So Mike has been out there active. They've called a lot of teams looking for some help for Stephen.
Out on that three. Hield, corner ball, no. And Batadze there. That could send Golden State into a different tier.
Well, I think, a big name for sure. I mean, obviously, they talked about Anna Vucevic. Two guys don't know how it works, but they need some help because there's a team right here that you just don't want to waste all the way to the championship versus the Denver Nuggets.
First, you're getting the different reports is Wagner gets fouled. And just
I think I would basically say, like you say, not a stop, a pause, because he still can get to move because they have Dame and Giannis playing such a high level. I think they're a move away to being able to be in that mix.
Joined at this table by a couple of guys many years in the league. Is it more difficult as a player to be able to be out here and play at a high level during a time like this? Is Curry short on the three and your name's nuts?
I think I'll speak first. Another 3D for me, it was when I was younger, single, no kids. Definitely, I got traded from Miami to Atlanta. I said, okay, here we go. But then obviously when you start trying to move kids taking them out of school, when to take them out, that's when it gets a little bit more difficult for the family.
Yeah, I agree with you, Smitty, because a lot of these guys have their families, the foundation. I think early on, Chris, in your career as a youngster, you get irritated hearing your name in trade talks. But then when you become a vet, you think, maybe somebody wants me. Early on, Smitty, I didn't like my name in trade talks.
No, not at all. I was happy. Every time I got traded, I went to a better team. And then at the end, I went to bad teams. Yeah, that's it. That's how old we are.
A couple of mentions that make you realize your age. Curry on the step.
And Antonio, and then
Anthony muscles towards the rim.
Crossover, spin, contact, finish.
Green hesitates, then accelerates. Draymond Green gets into the scoring column.
Anthony Garden, Steph Curry on that play. You got to stay connected to him. He sets the screen. And how do you get off of Steph's body that quick to be able to help it and slow down Draymond on that play?
Buddy to the rim, the hoop, and a chance to cut it to 2 with 1:12. He Hield, 32 years old on his 5th team. Last year was his first appearance. Banchero has Draymond. Fun matchup. Pivot move, fade away. Rolls all the way around the rim and pops out. Healed as the Warriors don't have numbers. Green, great vision. Curry's doubled. Wiggins glides and lays it in.
Steph Curry caught it. Two guys went out to him, and Steph made a beautiful pass to Wiggins.
Wiggins has 10. KCP inside, no whistle. Batadze, his second chance. And Looney commits the foul. Playing through and beyond the whistle is Looney and Batadze. Career high, 9 points per game for the former Pacer, makes 1 of 2. Wiggins sets the screen on the short roll, goes all the way to the rim to tie it at 43. With 5 seconds, Wagner draws attention. Banchero off the front of the rim, and that'll do it for the first.
The rest of the team is one for whatever.
Red Post play makes, and it got on the side by the coaches. Golden State picks up the loose ball with Wiggins, finding Post hacked on the way to the 3D. That, you always talk about how physical and tough and defensive oriented.
No, not at all.
Okay,
Because
that's what I thought.
we're making shots, and I think cleaned it up a little bit, but now they're letting guys put a hand on, be able to touch a little bit more.
Banchero, defended by Green. Turns and fires. KCP, step back 3. Off right, the board.
I think in this era, 3D can add to this. They take more contested shots than we did.
Yes, you hit around the head, guys.
Heel cuts and is slapped as he sprawls.
Quentin Post has played well.
The NBA Events app to get tickets.
I mean, he's a pick and pop big, play big, rebounded defensively, good size, 7-footer, only 24 years old, out of Boston College.
Steve Kerr told us before the game that the team was looking, snaps the mid-range, been looking for that stretch big for a couple of years. Somebody who can help create space for Steph.
Pump fake. That's good basketball by him.
Quick release. Curry now 0 for intercepts the pass right on the wing. Field for Curry, hits the 3, but a whistle first, and they're going to trail the entire first half. Did not have a lead until this third frame. 22-on-22. Batadze off the. Curry weaves around the post screen and late.
But he understood that, curled it, and got himself a layup.
Second Warrior in double figures behind Wiggins' 14. Green playing in his first game since January 18th. Missed the last 7 with a calf injury.
For the game, knows how to play the game, pump fake, drove it.
52nd overall pick. And overall pick back in 2021. A little bit more of an offensive flow here in this third quarter as KCP knocks it out of bounds.
Chris, because of his Looney, they're playing off him and they're in the paint.
Curry with the big on him, throws it away. Transition, Orlando. Wagner initiates the contact.
Falling up.
One of the best two-man game that the league's ever seen. Been having with Chicago. He's been shooting the 3 really well. Steph Curry finally on the board from 3.
I see that smile from you, Chris. You didn't want to do a game with Steph hit a 3, huh?
No question about it. I was getting worried. I should never worry. 0 for 7 now, 1 for 8. Vic.
Yeah, I just think for Paolo, he doesn't have to settle for those 3s. He's too good just to settle.
Post in the post. Signaling for a cutter. Here's Wiggins galloping towards the basket, and he stumbles to the deck. There is a whistle.
And he drains it.
And a bunch of easier looks than that one. Shakes his head as he said, finally, it's about time. was kept without a three-pointer in the first. Another first half where Curry did not hit as this is their last home game until the All-Star break.
Before this trade deadline, the Warriors are still a team that can make some noise.
Kuminga supposed to be evaluated in about a week for his ankle injury. Late shot clock. Anthony Black with one to fire. Hield gets enough of it.
As with offense, Buddy Hield started off the season. You was wondering, I had to ask 3D, was he a splash brother?
Ooh, it's post a splash, brother.
The splash tower. The splash tower on that look, Quentin Post.
A new boy at 32. He was before his time.
Yes, sir. Old Nudie.
And Post is becoming quickly a great story for Golden State. Anthony, who had a spectacular first half, misses inside. Gary Harris, short, and it's tipped.
Just watching him play this season, phenomenal first 2 years. But the beginning of this season, Paulo was on such a run that it was spectacular.
Remember that 50-point game that he had?
Points, 1,000 rebounds, and 200 three-pointers made in their first 2 seasons.
Warriors featuring Wiggins, and Wiggins at the free throw line, but going back to Paolo, and in this most recent stretch, the big has struggled. Right? Like, he's human, and he knows that working your way back and getting that rhythm back with Wagner is going to be a process.
It is, and he talked about a lot of guys were deferring instead of just playing.
Banchero left alone, high off the heel. Anthony tips. Ricochets to Wiggins. Hield ahead. Carter defends. Wiggins with a head of steam, and another foul is Wiggins looking from the free throw line. Please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Moves to help round out their roster.
Yeah, they definitely in need of a big right now. Anthony Davis was asking for a big while he was there. They lose him.
Harris corner. Gary Harris shooting the three to 35% clip. Missed a good chunk of this year, 26 games, but a left hamstring strain. Wiggins gets the layup to go. He's up to 21 points.
Great patience.
Harris from the other corner. Back threes for Gary Harris.
All right, Gary, we know he can defend. But he's a guy in college and most of his career can knock down threes. Love to see him take more.
Curry finds the rolling Looney. Wiggins again. In and out, but he's fouled. Making a living at the free throw line in the trade from Minnesota.
And then guard, 6'7", athletic. Can make plays at the rim. Struggling right now on this free throw. Look at Kevon Looney making plays still.
One of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. And Curry, yes sir!
No one connected to Steph Curry, and he knocks down a big one.
Largest lead for the Warriors. Magic had a lead as large as 11 in the first half. Anthony gave a turbocharge off the bench in the first half for Orlando. Rattles it through. Curry transition off his fingertips. No, says last touch by the Magic. So good at moving off the ball. Play for Bob McKillop. Only his last year at Davidson was he really the on-ball point guard. So always finds the seams in the defense. Curry attacks Wendell Carter Jr. Follow-up, Looney playing volleyball. Looney cannot deposit two. Anthony 1-on-4, he doesn't care. Retreats. Banchero climbs the ladder, banks it through. What would you say would be an area of Banchero's game that could elevate him into an even different strategy?
Yes, he want to knock down more threes, but I think for him is keep getting to that free throw line. I'd love to see his free throw percentage go up. That'll be 2 or 3 more points. He's only shooting 63%.
Baller from Seattle has ideal size. Banchero using that size. Beautiful.
Chris, when he's aggressive, 3D just broke it down. He's a player they need to be the second option. But 13 free throw attempts, that means he's getting his attempts up. He's attacking 6 of 10. He needs to keep playing that way.
Banchero against Moody. All the Paolo power for Orlando. Magic within 8. Podziemski. Looney with Banchero on him.
Good job by Wendell Carter. Sliding his feet.
Oh, what an angle! De Silva, 6'8" forward, stumbles. Schroeder steals. Back pass, and Schroeder gets it back. Launches from the corner. Oh, yeah!
Just good basketball right now. Hang down, go to Paolo. Your best player with the size advantage.
Levitates. Podziemski curls around, looks for it, gets it. Nash is underneath the basket. Regathers top of the arc. Shot clock down to 6 with Anthony defending. Gets his hand on the basket in the first half. Remember, maybe highlights what could be deterred from some misses in a half or in a game or in a stretch. Magic trying to get that way where they're not deterred when the threes go off. Led by Schroeder. Shot clock unplugged. Payton screens. Moody off the screen from Looney. Knocks it down. Action for Golden State. With one left. Anthony, no.
Second unit. Cole Anthony's coming in to make shots, and Dennis Schroeder's make some shots there. Which second unit will be big in this fourth quarter?
Well, both. I mean, you know, it's great to go into the fourth with a lead. But
Wow, I mean, that was right on cue. Cole to the basket.
It was.
How about the honesty there from Coach Kerr, just saying his team looked like it was half asleep in that first half. Just 43 points in that half. 39 in the third quarter. Green, the crowd wanted that one.
Thought Draymond should have shot the first one.
Wagner step-through move. Hasn't had the explosive scoring game here today. Stuck on 7.
Energy guy, Mo Wagner, energy guy.
The Magic have lost 8 straight games in which Suggs hasn't 13 in games in which Suggs hasn't played. It just goes to show you, might not have the biggest numbers, but his importance with Orlando. Trying to get a spark from the 21-year-old. The second year out of Michigan, but quick on the other end. Golden State wasting.
Gary Payton, senior, good job by GP. Ooh.
Gary Payton the second. Hustle, defense, bit of rebounding as well. Big to big, forward to forward. Magic stars, Wagner and Curry probes, feeds. Gary Payton the second. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Orlando had an 11-point first half lead. That's gone, and it's been Golden State here in this second half. Slicing into the deficit by slicing into the lane. Franz Wagner. Fantastic stint to start the third quarter. Really helped Golden State take command of this game. Wagner did not have a three-pointer in the first half.
Wendell Carter's in his stance.
And Steph likes this matchup. Using the shoulder high off the glass. Can't fit.
Wendell Carter.
Put a tally on the defensive stop board. Healthy three. Wagner rings it up. Prime era of those two. Steph Curry, Draymond Green. They've done that how many times over the years? The fake DHO, get to the rim, and Draymond will head to the line. Short on the free with that left calf strain. practice and scrimmage this weekend. Well, there's probably free throws. The 8-0 run continues for the Magic. It's been a lot of Wagner here in this fourth quarter. After a slow first half, getting it going in the fourth. Harris jumped without a plan. Draymond takes advantage. Bounces. Wiggins lost it. But it stayed. Bends, and you know how much shorter he is than them, but he fights, he competes. The challenge was successfully up goes, and it's a 4-point game.
Tough shot by Franz Wagner.
Curry wants three. Pops out.
Look on the floor for the Magic. Smallest guy is Gary Harris at 6'4".
Jonathan Isaac, the lanky forward, in and out. Big Magic lineup, smaller Warriors 5. Wiggins from the corner, too strong. Wagner climbs up by as many as 15 points. Fun matchup. Wagner defended by Draymond. The Warriors switch, recover. Wagner for three. Run of the rim. Curry cut off. Pivots back around. Layup with the left hand. Beautiful.
Drove that one. Got a nice little easy layup in a half-court situation.
Wendell Carter Jr. His three-point jumper has sort of deserted him this year.
Yes, it has.
That one was a mid-range bucket. Our wrestling match turns into an offensive foul. Called on Draymond Green, at least the initial call. Shereen Mitchell helps out Mark Davis. And they reverse the call. Tightly contested game here in the fourth quarter. Magic, a defensive focused team, and the Warriors had that great defensive start to the year, trying to regather that form. Cole Anthony takes it away. Clyde to the...
No panic with all the pressure on that layup. Laid that one up with ease.
Fight from Orlando. They've had some uncompetitive games to some teams near the bottom of the standings in this most recent stretch. So good for Coach Mosley to see the effort. Podziemski finds post. Podziemski right there. That's put back to double the Warriors' lead.
Podziemski did a nice job on that offensive glass. If you're the Magic, you can't get that one up.
In the third, Wiggins curls loose, lets loose. It was tied 43-all at halftime. Wagner dimes. Anthony can line up the laces all around the rim, but won't fall. So I know 3D, you say when you get the bounces off the rim, you're living right. When you get that kind of bounce,
Man, that was a good call to Chris.
for the Magic to tie or go in front. Anthony will take the teardrop.
This entire game.
Wiggins had 10 points in the third. That one doesn't fall. Orlando can take the lead. Their last lead was 43-41. Magic leading this quarter 23-8. Anthony gets a step on Schroeder, and Orlando has their first.
Beautiful play ran by Jamal Mosley. Cole Anthony sprinting to the pick that he slipped and then got a chance to catch the basketball with an isolation play.
Curry, step back three. Front of the rim, Banchero gobble. Curry defending Carter, and that's Smith guard on the Wendell Carter.
Yeah, for sure. You see Steph Curry or any small Wendell Carter or Apollo, you just got to throw the ball down there and trust they're going to make the right play, whether it's drawing a double, score.
Mentioned the winding road in this game.
Is that 8?
Yeah, Smitty. Didn't you wear number 8, Smitty?
Yeah.
Number 22, Wagner in front of the rim. Under 4 minutes to play, Magic lead by 2.
That's how this game, you only score 8 and you're only down 2.
Wiggins bodying, Anthony levitates and gets the roll. Which is within 5 under 5. That is the second most in the NBA. KCP, free throw line J, off to the left.
Those are really good in transition.
Curry is hunting. Just 2 for 12 from 3. He has the matchup against Paolo. Curry navigates left, uses the contact. That pinballs in.
That was an interesting offensive rebound for a bucket.
Just got enough of it to get it up towards the rim. Banchero, 18-footer. 16 rebounds for Kevon Looney, but he commits the offensive foul. Draymond on the switch, picks up Anthony. And now it's Moody with Wiggins reaching. Anthony tiptoes. Need a board. And it's Golden State who grabs. 2 minutes left. Curry has Carter. Lefty dribble. Fires it to Draymond. 4 to shoot. Green's runner. Gets the kiss. Welcome back, Draymond Green. Clock down to 5 to shoot. Wagner again. Curry, tough defending. Draymond helps, but
Wow, that is a big-time shot.
How do the Warriors respond? Looney short roll, dimes Moody from the corner. Moody's hot stretch continues. He has 17.
I think Franz should try this one.
Banchero, he is wrapped up by Green aggressively. Those Magic need a hoop. Banchero goes to work. Pivots around Draymond. Green holds up defensively. 8-time all-defensive team. Anthony pressures. Magic not yet fouling, and there is the foul. Curry's foul. And the best free throw shooter in NBA history will shoot. And 5 for go any farther. Wait till he hits the second one.
94%. You make sure you said that one with your chest.
I said, you know, best free throw shooter in NBA history. There's a guy. Best shooter in NBA history. 7-point game, 3 possessions, down to 5. Wiggins is fouled.
24 seconds left. Still some time left. Hands.
Wiggins off. And at most Wiggins. 1 of 2. Magic trying to avoid their 4th straight loss and 9th defeat in the last 10 games. It's a 1-possession game. Anthony drills a 3. Warriors have to execute here, and Steph is fouled. A 13 in a bright spot in a struggling part of the Orlando season. Perfect from the line. Game. Anthony hit a 3 last possession. That time off left. Peyton boards. And the Magic will surrender this one. Golden State's tested here in the 4th quarter, but they pull it out 104.